Do you want to know how to play over 251s in a simple and easy way? I'm about to show you. Stick around. Now this idea comes from a recent Dave Pollock video, so shout out to Dave for a great video. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's got great videos for all kinds of jazz education. We're going to take what he did in that video, we're going to apply it to guitar because there's some guitar specific things we need to talk about, and we're going to take it a little bit further. So let's get started. All right, so in that video, Dave talks about how when you're playing over 251, in this case, we're going to do it in the key of B flat. We're going to do C minor, F7, and B flat. And that's really because the members in my community are working on Perdido right now, and that has a 251 to B flat. So shout out to you guys. What we're going to do is, instead of thinking about the 2 chord and the 5 chord, the C minor and the F7, we're really just going to think about the 2 chord, C minor. And we're going to play a major 7 arpeggio that's the relative major to C minor. The other way of thinking about this is it's a major 7 arpeggio from the 3rd of the minor chord, so E flat major 7. And when we do that, we're going to play this nice melodic idea for both C minor and F7 and resolve into B flat. I'm going to take the same line at first that Dave uses in his example, transposed to this key. It sounds like this. So in Dave's video, he's really talking about short 2/5s, and this is when we have 2 beats for the 2 chord, 2 beats for the 5 chord, and then 1 measure for the 1 chord. Now in Perdido and in a lot of songs, we're dealing with long 2/5s where we have a whole measure for the 2 chord, an entire measure for the 5 chord, and then sometimes 1 or 2 measures for the 1 chord. So how do we apply this idea for a longer 2/5? Well, the idea here, and what we're going to talk about, is we play the same idea, the same riff on the 5 chord, and now for the 2 chord, we're going to play a new melodic idea. So we're going to connect a new melodic idea to what we just played on the 5 chord, and it's going to go seamlessly into our 1 chord. And we're going to do 2 different examples here. Part of what makes this idea so simple is we're just using those 4 notes for the E flat major 7 on the 2/5 portion. And to make it even simpler, we're going to just use 3 notes for the C minor, the 2 portion. And these are going to be notes from the G minor triad, or 3 notes from our arpeggio. So just G, B flat, and D. And I want to do it 2 different ways. The first example, we're going to start off with this melody on the downbeat. And I'm going to show you how, just by combining some simple melodic ideas, we can come up with something that is easy to understand, but also sounds really good. All right, so let's take a listen to what that could sound like. This is the first example. If you're practicing this at home, what I want you to do is come up with your own melodies for that 2 measure, that very first portion. Play around with some of those notes, G, B flat, D, and even E flat, and then go into the 2/5 line we're working on. And in that way, you'll help to connect and integrate the knowledge that you already have, the melodies you're hearing, with this idea. That's one way that we bring in new knowledge and start to make it part of our own playing. Let's take another example here, another melody, same notes, but this time let's change up the rhythm where we're going to start on an upbeat. It's a little more challenging if you're new, but you want to make sure you can play ideas starting on downbeats and also upbeats. That might seem like the end of this, but one thing that you may have noticed is that the example we have here for the E flat major 7 on the 2/5 is just ascending, and we don't always want to ascend. Sometimes we want to descend in our line. So why don't we take a look at how a descending version of that would sound like? And if you want to check out the free PDF, you can get it by going to the link below and signing up for my free community, which I just started. We already have over 200 members. New people are joining daily. All you need to do is click the link below, you sign up, answer the membership questions. If you don't answer the membership questions, I can't approve you because we just want to make sure we're not getting any spam or bots or anything like that. So make sure you do that, and then I'll approve you. Like I said, there's a lot of great members already in this free community, from beginners, hobbyists, to pros, like real pros and really advanced people. And we're all just there to share our musical insights and inspiration It's gonna be a really cool thing that I'm excited about. So it's also where I have all of my free PDFs from YouTube from now on. So check it out. It's really a great spot. So in that free PDF, I'll show you all 5 positions, ascending and descending across the fretboard, which we don't necessarily have time for all of that today. But let's do this last example on descending. Okay, so I did cheat a little bit in this example and threw in one extra note, which is F, and that's really just so I can get my 2 notes per string thing that I like to do. So we have this up pick and then down up, that's that new note G F. So B flat G F, E flat D, and then B flat G. And that lets me do what I like to do with Benson picking stuff. So if that is too much for you, you can stick for the E flat major, stick with the E flat major 7 notes, but those that want to add that in, I really like adding in the 9th on some of these types of lines. All right, and so from that one, we can also add in our previous melodies with this descending one, and that also sounds great. So same exact melodies as before with the descending. I'll show you the first example right now. Let's check out example 2. If you want to go more in depth, make sure you check out the free PDF and the free community in the description. If you guys like this video, you will definitely like this video right over here somewhere, where I go more in depth on this George Benson picking style. It's a really great one and really got a lot of feedback and a lot of comments recently. So you guys can check that out now if you haven't seen it or would like to review it. Make sure you leave me a comment if you have any feedback, if you guys have a suggestion for video. Make sure you hit like if you liked it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. Thanks, guys. Go check out that video. You know you want to. All right, click it. See ya.